Welcome to the Armor's Fix. My name is Kyle. First off, I want to say a big thank you to those of you who are watching. We hit our first 100 subscribers. We also had our first 1,000 views on one video, and we did them both in the same day. Awesome. Thank you. Glock recently had leaked information regarding the all-new 43X and the Glock 48. Today, Recoil Magazine posted photos of those guns. Stay tuned, they're coming up next. For starters, what is a 43X? What is a 48? We've discussed the 43X and overall what it means. The 48 is going to be a long slide 43X. The 43X is going to be the crossover, hence the X, between a 43 and a 48. One thing interesting they did was released it in a two-tone. We have a stainless slide. On the Glock 48, the barrel length is going to be sitting at 4.17 inches, which is really interesting because if you go look at the last video, it's really similar to what I was calling for on a SIG 938 that I wish they'd make, and I think that's super cool that Glock's doing it. One thing that comes as a bit of a shocker to me is actually the forward serrations that the gun appears to be coming out with, and I figured that was just going to be something they'd save for the big boys or maybe wait to release later so they can sell the same gun twice. But Glock actually was super cool and offered it with the forward serrations. I know a lot of the old school guys don't care for forward serrations, but I personally love them. The bottom of the grip does appear to have a little bit of a lip on the front, and that's something I think a lot of people wanted. In the last video, we spoke about that on the Glock 19s and how important that part of the grip is, and when they did the moon cut, it was a big no-no. This gun, instead of just being straight cut like a 43, which is expected on a shorter 43, they did actually put the lip on that frame. If you look at the picture of the magwell, you do see that front lip. You also see the back. Normally it kind of humps and comes down, but the back of the grip is actually coming down and stepping out just a little bit. I believe you are going to see a magwell that is actually flared. What is a Glock 48? It's basically a 43 frame that's a little bit wider, extended down to where the majority of your hand's going to fit on it, and a longer slide, which is cool. The barrel on the 48 is 4.17 inches. A Glock 19 is 4 inches, so it's actually going to be in between a Glock 19 and 17, but very close to the Glock 19 in size, just a hair longer. The Glock 43X is a crossover between the Glock 43 and the Glock 48. Bam. It looks like the frame is going to stay the same between the two guns, maybe some minor differences. The 43X, you're going to see the shorter slide, kind of like how the 19X was. It's basically the long grip with the short slide. I think we're going to see the same thing out of the 43X. It's going to have the standard 43 slide length, hopefully with serrations out front, just because it's cool, and I think it's really awesome that Glock gave us that, with the longer grip. The grip is actually 4 millimeters wider than the 43 on the 43X and 48. It better mean that Glock's bringing us that slim double stack. If we don't have that, then I think this gun, again, the Glock guys are going to freak out, but you're not going to be pulling people from other firearm brands and swinging them into here unless we get that capacity up, because SIG did it in half the size. I think this is a really cool gun. Really amazing potential. I'm seeing a lot of complaints from guys who carry the Glock 19s, Glock 17s daily. Guys, you need to not be upset about this gun. This is an amazing step forward. Guys who carry these little tiny itty-bitty concealed guns are stepping into a gun that allows them to carry more rounds. They have more controllability with the larger frame, larger contact on the gun with their hands. This is a big deal. It's a huge thing, and just because it's not right for you, don't be upset about this. This moves the industry as a whole towards carrying bigger boy guns. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. One thing I commonly say, security is an illusion. It's because in most cases it is. And when we have guys carrying pocket guns that are part of a security detail or security team, that's what I call a problem. One big place I've seen this is church security details. My dad asked, well, hey, why are you putting that gun on? We're going to church. And I was like, why wouldn't I? He's like, they have a security detail. I was like, I am my own security detail because I don't know what they've got. I don't know what their skill set is. I know what mine is. And I don't want to rely on others. Same thing. If you ever hanging out around me, I don't like to be in the passenger seat. I like to be the one driving in control of the car. Everything how I want it to take place can take place. Well, that is the elements that I'm in control of. That is. My dad's, he's explaining. Well, this guy's on the security detail, and there's a highway patrolman who are on the security detail. Cool. We get to church. I see some of those guys, I knew who they are. I'm sitting here scanning waistbands and everything. I don't see any guns. So either they're not carrying or they're carrying pocket guns, and I'm not happy with either of those equations. I ended up getting to meet one of them later on after church, and we were discussing a few different options of firearms. He was asking me about some custom work and everything, and he pulls out his carry, a Ruger LCP. That's your security detail. Guys, you gotta pay attention to this stuff. Like, you can't rely on others. You gotta have better gear. Those of us who are used to carrying big boy guns, you gotta look at this, and this is amazing. You gotta sing praises. You gotta get people moving this direction. The industry doesn't like to make a big jump. We see things that are crazy changes. The FN had that whole phase where they went through crazy looking futuristic designs that were super innovative and awesome, but the industry kind of denied them. I think it was just too much. Look at Glock and the RTF. The RTF came out too soon. Guys, that was a special request from a unit in the military that everybody has mad respect for. And even with people knowing that, they didn't buy it. Oh, it's tearing up my clothes. It's doing horrible. And now we have the Smith & Wesson 2.0s. And what's everyone doing? Singing praises about how grippy it is. If you put the 2.0 out when the Glock RTF came out, it would have been strongly rejected. Far more than Glock, because it's way more grippy than the Glock RTF. As we look at the evolution of guns and what is actually changing, when people do stuff that's just too freak, nobody wants to go buy it. But now we're starting to see these companies that are making these baby steps, and everyone's out here, again, brand bashing because, oh, they didn't do it right, or they did this. You know, guys, I get it. Like, if this is a single stack gun, it's not what I want. It isn't. It's a step towards it. And again, we have to be happy that Glock's doing that, because this industry moves in baby steps. It's that slow step to get the guys out of those little itty bitty pocket guns, step up to a little bit bigger, and hopefully we're going to find that happy medium. What I mean by that is that slim double stack. If you can take what SIG did with the 365, holding the 10 rounds in that flush fit, put it in a gun that's the size of the Glock 48, and maybe get 14, 15, 16 rounds, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I don't care if different elements of security, churches, whatever, want to carry a gun like that. That's awesome. I'd be happy seeing that. I think we're going to get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time to move in that direction. What I'm trying to say, don't knock it till you try it. Go check this gun out. I think it's going to be an awesome piece that a lot of people are going to enjoy. And I think it's that step in that right direction. If they do a slim double stack, I will freak out. That's going to be amazing. Guys, big announcement for you. Because of the success of where this channel, I believe, is going, we are going to be attending SHOT Show this year. That being said, we're going to bring you coverage from the show. If these Glocks, for instance, are out at range day, we'll be there. We'll get to shoot them. We'll get footage of that. We'll upload that for you here on the YouTube channel. Also, I want you to know we just started a new Patreon. The link will be down below. You can click on that. We'd love for you to join us there. It would be amazing. If you like this channel and want to see more, please come check us out on Patreon. Anything you guys want to give to us to help us give back to you and give information would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Seriously, 100 subs, 1,000 likes on the first video. You guys are awesome. Super awesome. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this with your friends. Please, please get this information out there. Share it with everybody. We're going to be offering so much more with this channel. I promise you, I will push this thing hard. For those of you coming back, thank you. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Armorer's Fix. All right, I got nothing. Just come check us out on Patreon.